Welcome to the Rock Show with ASM, and today we have the man. We've got him. I think the infamy probably came from that fiery flute on Pinjarako Suga. Isn't that true? Is that where it came from?
What is it? I didn't understand. What
the Pinjarako Suga, that song. That's what brought you to me.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Because I have to tell you this, my generation, the 90s, the early 2000s kids,
yes.
Once we heard that flute solo, we went, oh my God, the flute can be played like that. It was an eye-opening experience.
Thank you.
Eye-opening experience. Mr. Manose Singh,
thank you.
Welcome to the show.
My pleasure.
I had to give you that introduction.
Thank you, brother.
Because I had to tell you how this happened for me. I remember hearing that song for the first time and never seeing a side of 7480 bottom. And त्यस्तो side चाहिँ देखेको थिएन नि त, that heavy. What are they doing?
Yes, I mean त्यो बेलामा कस्तो भने young generation of not just the young generation, everybody was very frustrated. There was a revolution time, I think, and that song. Lasim Pradev got a song, and
Leknath Paudel.
Sorry, excuse me.
It's a Leknath Paudel.
Leknath Paudel. Which is like, how can we bring that frustration, energy like out garnu paryo ni?
Yeah.
And we cannot just kumsaera rakhna. Kasari nikalo bhanda that this song it came, which is great, and the riff. The background, the classical, हाम्रो शास्त्रीय सङ्गीत हो नि.
Yes.
So, and I always dreamt, how can I make flute, bansuri, glamorous to people can understand how it's not just a piece of bans haina ni. It has so much potential. So much potential. So I'm so glad that it has.
It's not just me. Mo matra haina. There's a lot of people listening in and will be seeing this. And they're going to go like this. Because it's true. That was the first time that we, let's say, flute ko testo use, testo piece, first time suneko थियो नै हो. And you talked about Ajuko, the Shastriya beginnings and the introduction to the flute. Were you inclined towards music when you were, a little kid? How did it start for you?
How did it start? It was interesting. It's like I was born in Bodhanath.
Yes.
My hawam is basically in front of a stupa, and it's Pasupatinath, Bodhanath. This is the most Swambhunath. Of course, all the temples around the valley. It has these are the places that we come from.
Yes. I
feel that when I was 8 years old, somehow I was given a gift. It's my personal belief. And मेरो सपनामा actually म 8 वर्षको हुँदाखेरि I heard some sound. It was so intoxicating. It was so beautiful.
Where did you hear the sound?
It's in my dreams.
In your dreams?
Wow. I don't know, it was sleeping and I heard this sound. I was like, so I could not understand what sound it is. But it was so magical. And that night, I remember I could not sleep as a little boy. Couldn't sleep. And that little boy, the keta, आवाजको लागि कहाँबाट आयो भन्ने कुरा अब स्कुल जाँदा पनि त्यसलाई she was keep trying to listen where that sound come from. Is that the flute? Is that the what sound it is? Is that somebody just singing or so the boy is keep looking for that sound because it was so beautiful and so intoxicating. And the closest sound I could come to that is a bansuri. But still that sound is still not there.
Wow. That's an amazing experience.
Isn't it? So my journey begins from there for that longing to meet that whatever it is. So it's kind of it's So maybe a Krishna Bhagwan. Krishna is playing that beautiful flute, and it's just giving me that grace to, okay, you can do this. Here it is, a gift. So my journey began there of searching, which is still happening right now. Right now, even right now, I'm looking for that divine sound. But of course, that longing had led me into Shastriya Sangeet, which is हाम्रो अब शास्त्रीय सङ्गीतमा के छ भने it's not a performance. जब अब जस्तो हामी यहाँ गाना सुन्छौँ, and now all आधुनिक गीत, लोक सङ्गीत, सब it's all amazing. I love every kind of music, even hard rock, punk rock, or I think I don't like rap. That's true. But even rap, I like it. So for me to find a music that doesn't have the thought of performance was that only I found in Shastriya Sangeet, in classical music, हाम्रो Nepali Shastriya Sangeet, Hindustani Shastriya Sangeet. किनभने यो पूजा, you couldn't just do it. It's not a performance, it's an invocation. So that's why what I understood from that time. अनि जुन मैले गरेको साधना त्यसलाई त्योबाट झन् निखारे के बुझ्नु भएन. So that's how my journey begins.
I think I understand.
Do you know your grandfather is
my grandfather once told me when I picked up the guitar, he looked at me and he said, I said, am I getting better? And he said, son, Sangeet bhaneko tapasya ho. He said, when you give everything is when you'll experience it completely. And he also told me a story that Pandit Ravi Shankar once described, saying, when you're playing a rag on stage, he said it's similar to reaching out and trying to reach God, but you can't reach Him. Your hand is still stretched.
Definitely.
But he said the whole experience in itself,
beautiful.
Is what it is.
Beautiful. That's it. I'm Ravi Shankar and Anushka Shankar.
Yes.
पहिला हाम्रो पण्डित होमनाथजी हुनुहुन्छ यहाँ. उहाँसँग उहाँको छोरा प्रमोद उपाध्याय. We were in music festival in Switzerland about 20 years ago.
Wow.
20 years ago, and we were representing Nepal. And there were Ravi Shankar and his daughter was there in Switzerland that time. So anyway, मेरो journey चाहिँ I never, my intentions never can be, it's not a performance. It's invocation.
Yes.
It's the place of पूजाको ठाउँबाट आउँछ. Even I'm going to have a jam in a bar. It still is a prayer.
It's a difficult thing to probably put in words.
Yes.
But I think a musician will get it.
Yeah, it's
or he should, or she should.
Exactly. Yeah. It's an individual journey. Again,
yes,
that's the one. तपाईले के सुन्नुहुन्छ, तपाईले के कस्तो experience तपाईले गर्नुहुन्छ, that's that's yours. That's the only freedom you have.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
There's एउटा जुन spiritual touch music ma जुन तपाईले कुरा गर्नु भएको, it's more than just physical, let's say. It has a different sort of undescribable emotion. You experienced this in a dream at 8-9 years old, and then you went and searched for this sound, let's say.
Exactly.
And where did you first pick up the flute, and when did you pick it up?
The flute, when that मैले अब त्यो जुन त्यो आवाज जुन त्यो भनौँ न त्यो
cosmic sound,
that's right sir. हाम्रो बाँसुरी चाहिँ के भने त्यो बाँसुरीको आवाज चाहिँ I felt जुन चाहिँ त्यो longing छ नि, when बाँसुरी सुन्नुहुन्छ हाम्रो अब नेपाली instrument, it has that longing sound. बुझ्नु भएन? अब त्यो आवाजले चाहिँ मलाई यो साउन्ड चाहिँ मैले सुनेको आवाजसँग चाहिँ अलि मिला जस्तो छ कि, बुझ्नु भएन? त्यो भएर मैले अब as a little boy in Kathmandu, you will see all the bansuri-walas selling the flutes.
Yes. Yeah.
And I don't remember when did I bought my first 5 rupees bansuri, but pretty soon after. And one thing interesting ke bhayo bhane जब मैले बाँसुरी I put in my lips, it was so natural. I could play. It has somehow, it was really felt like I was given a gift. I could play just as one note, and it has some kind of a grace on it.
Yes.
And it will, if the same flute tried by another person, it wouldn't sound the same way.
Exactly.
It was weird.
Yeah.
And I remember, when my whole family was so inspired because it was beautiful sound that I was making.
Yeah.
And they all started, even my father started to play flute.
Wow.
I'm serious.
But do you have any musical history in your family? No. It's you.
No, it's just me.
Wow.
That's me. I don't have, of course, there's, people loved sing and dance, but I really went deaf.
So this is probably what happens. You basically started a lineage. This is probably how any lineage started. You were ordained or touched or given that cosmic sound. It probably happened for some other families generations before, but for you it happened in this generation with you in your life.
Well, you can say that. That's where the gharana starts.
This is where the gharana starts. In conversation with the effervescent and transcending Mr. Manose Singh. Welcome back to The Rock Show with ASM in studio with the legend himself, Mr. Manose Singh. So we've had the pleasure of finally having you here. You're here for what? A 10-day visit? A 5-day visit? You're here for a very short time.
For a week.
For a week.
मेरो भान्जीको बिहा छ है त्यसको लागि it's a very short trip. Even though I so much want to be here. I love everything about here. Even the Bagmati's smell, I love it. It's के हुँदो रहेछ भने even its dhulo, even its traffic, even its frustration, even its poverty, even there is bullying, whatever it is, I love it here. किनभने म त यहीँ हुर्केको मान्छे हो नि हैन यहीँ मैले जुन सिकेँ जुन मैले भनौँ न जुन आवाज मैले पाएँ जुन गिफ्ट पाएँ it came from here.
Yes.
And my soul craves that.
Yes.
Even I travel, I don't know, 40-50 countries a year. I miss it here. I'm not I'm not very seduced by lavish world.
You're like
sorry. Sorry, you want me to say? So I love just being in a पशुपतिको किराँतेश्वरमा गएर पलिटीमा आएर बाँसुरी बजाउन जुन आनन्द आउँछ जुन I don't get that same joy when I'm playing for 7,000 Russians in Moscow. No. बुझ्नु भयो कि भएन? So it's for me it comes to back again, it's not a performance.
Yeah.
It's not about performance. It's not about how many clicks that in your sites or how many likes. बुझ्नु भयो कि भएन?
Yeah.
So it's I want to young generation know that you need to just relax that part of your brain and just take it as a without no judgment, of course. Who wants to be there? It's okay, but just go beyond that little bit your normal lifestyle of survival.
And touching upon त्यो political किराँतेश्वरमा बजाउनु, that's where I saw you for the first
time there.
That's good. And I can give you a sound detail about that is Dhruvesh uncle, Dhruvesh Regmi, of course, one of the most renowned sitar players of Nepal, and my father were standing and watching you play, and Purnima ko raat थियो. So Purnima ko raat, the moon, and you were playing under, and it's in moments like that you realize it's not a performance. It's a very weird way of, I don't know if I can explain this, but it's like I'm on the stage and watching you at the same time. It's the music is just flowing through. It's like it's coming from up, it's using you as a vessel and coming to us, and it's going back. And it's a very weird thing to describe, but this almost flow of energy that starts with the moon comes to your flute and then comes here and goes back. त्यो कुराहरू चाहिँ of course is something that we try our best to probably put into whenever we get on stage.
Yes,
it's a nature of trance almost.
Thank you. त्यो अब त्यो जब तपाईं when you sing for your lovers, or you know, like it's also you need to know when you're singing for your beloved, भनौँ न तपाईको प्रेमीको लागि तपाईं गाउँदै हुनुहुन्छ, you feel that, you know, romantic feelings.
Yes.
You know, romantic feelings. This is so can you transcend that feeling towards in a bigger picture? That's all it is.
Coming back to how you started learning the flute, and did you go to a formal education of learning the instrument?
Yes, I got fortunate to meet हाम्रो गुरु त्यहाँ किराँतीश्वर सङ्गीत आश्रम थियो पहिला हैन, फुल मुन कन्सर्ट थियो. अब त्यहाँ हाम्रो मदनदेव भट्ट, he was teacher there. हाम्रो गुरु, उहाँले चाहिँ मलाई अब शास्त्रीय सङ्गीतको मार्ग देखाइदिनु भयो. अनि त्यहाँबाट मैले रागको बारे बुझेँ कि बुझ्नु भएन. Of course.
How old were you then?
I was 17.
Okay.
17 then. And of course then I met Homnath Dai, and of course Durvesh ji, and of course the whole group of people who loved that kind of spiritual deep understanding, musicianship. We became friends. So it's, you know, भन्दा नि परिस्थितिले नि तिमीलाई सिकाउँछ नि हैन. So I didn't really go for the formal becoming a doctor educated, but I've learned so much from everybody. All the, you know, by traveling you learn so much, and listening, and just being in silence you learn a lot. No?
Yes, that's very true. When was your first concert per se? Like when did you first go on stage and have a solo performance?
The first concert actually was in the Full Moon concert.
Really?
Yes, you know, there was अहिले पनि हुन्छ हैन, अस्ति हिजो गएको थिएँ, अस्ति I did Full Moon concert, and it's so nostalgic feeling के बुझ्दैन, त्यहाँ गएर बजाउँदाखेरि. And there was they have like a बाल प्रतियोगिता, you know, like all the kids get to compete. It shouldn't be competition, but anyway,
that's how they learn.
I know. So I was one of the boys then, you know, who won, and
you won.
Of course,
fantastic.
I won that time, and I was like, yes, I did it. And of course, that from there, I come to Radio Nepal TV. Then, you know, it's somehow gave me the opportunity to kind of explore.
How many hours were you practicing at that time?
I was not counting.
Really?
I was not counting. That's the practicing. I was practicing 24 hours.
Wow.
You know, what do you mean? It doesn't mean you practice, means you just practice. It has to be, के भन्छ, भूत लाग्छ भन्छ नि. It has to be possessed.
Yeah.
It's something, of course, obsessed is a different thing.
Yeah.
Obsessed हुनु भनेको चाहिँ you kind of obsessed it, but possessed, it takes you over.
Right.
Is that right? So के हुन्छ भने, when that happens, there's no time. बुझ्नुभयो कि भएन? त्यस कारण it's you मन्त्रमुग्ध. You always
are feeling it.
Yeah, in it.
Yeah.
In it.
You're in it.
You became on it. So there's no count. Who is counting? The counters, who is counting? The one who wants the you know, the businessman is always counting. That's right.
Yeah, that's true. Because once you get lost in an instrument,
exactly,
there is no time.
Exactly. That's my point.
You talked about watching Pandit Ravi Shankar and Anushka Shankar 20 years ago.
You know, actually, let me just
sure.
I just did an album.
Right.
I was a big part of it, and Anushka and I played together, and we
really,
yes, of course.
Where is this album out?
It's out. It's out. I wish I have got brought, but I can send you later. You can play.
Please
yes,
do.
I will send you.
Can you tell us if it's on YouTube for all the people listening?
It's not on YouTube.
Okay.
It's a song Ravi Shankar wrote.
Yes.
And Prabhuji Daya Karo. It's one of my favorite. And
I love that one, yes.
And this is our new album. It's called Deva, which is and I really pushed this song to be in it because she, as a German blonde, she really singing this beautiful Indian song.
Bhajan, basically.
Bhajan has so much depth of spirituality and Indian or Eastern philosophy.
Well, souls have a weird way of traveling.
So big.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like when Anushka sends the track, and we're the flute and the sitar is coming together. Oh, so beautiful.
We would really love
to hear
that, please.
I'll send it to you.
I'm going to put it on here so that everybody can hear it too. We're gonna pause the cause and take a short break and make some money with our sponsors.
Sure, man. That's important.
Yeah, that's important.
You need to get paid.
Keep this show running. Yeah, pay us. Welcome back to the Rock Show with ASM in conversation with the respected. I'm giving you a new adjective every time I close out or open the show. But they all fall short. They all fall short.
Thank you.
Mr. Manose Singh, of course, thank you for joining us. We were talking about how the whole experience with the flute and more so with the sound, that almost chasing that sound.
Yes.
As we came into the new millennium, your playing got even more recognition and acclaim. When was the first overseas tour that you took? What year was it?
I think it was in 1997, maybe.
Wow.
97, the first abroad. That's where we went to the festival in Switzerland, Asian Music Festival. And I was very fortunate to be with, of course, late Pandit Homnath Ji and his son Pramod. And it was quite an experience to know the guy who had never been outside of the country, Nepal, to see a European country. And that's, again, Kathmandu ठाउँ चाहिँ कस्तो छ भने you meet people from all over the world, all kind of people.
Yeah.
And the spiritual seeker to a mountaineer to
hippies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's example New York man nabhetne मान्छे यहाँ भेट्छ.
That's true.
And it's a magical place. Again, it's a magical place, and you will never find a place like this anywhere in the world.
I agree.
Never.
I completely.
And again, our youth I've experienced it. I've been to many places, really, and really, it's Nepal, Kathmandu, हाम्रो ठाउँ चाहिँ it's really magical place.
It has that vibration, isn't it?
Exactly. मैले भने के even Kathmandu is all covered with garbage. It doesn't matter. पुरा के भरे पनि it doesn't matter. किनभने why Pashupatinath is in Pashupatinath right now? Why Bodhanath is in Bodhanath right now? Why Swambhu? Why people chose many
this place? Yeah.
अर्को ठाउँबाट बनाउन सक्थ्यो नि हैन यही चोज किन गर्यो त्यही ठाउँमा किन चुज गर्यो त हैन that's where I want you guys to understand किनभने म्याग्नेटिक फिल्ड भनेको बुझ्नु भएको छ कि छैन
Yes.
हाम्रो अर्थको म्याग्नेटिक फिल्ड छ हाम्रो ग्रहको म्याग्नेटिक फिल्ड छ it's so mysterious and with deep understanding of our creation and deep meditation, you can realize, you can put your devotion where you can put a temple or mosque or church.
Stupa.
A stupa. So that's even it's destroyed, the energy, the magnetic field
stays.
Always going to be there.
Always going to stay.
Like it's of course it's I see the city is very ugly, but it doesn't mean I don't like it.
It's home.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's
home. तपाईँको मुखमा पुरा डन्डी फोर आयो भनेर मलाई मन पर्दैन भन्नु मिलेन नि. It's your face.
And it's beyond.
It's still beautiful.
Yes.
Exactly.
I think I mean, sometimes we take it for granted.
Exactly.
But after the earthquake, were you here for the earthquake?
I was here for after. I wasn't here for after,
During
but
the-
I came and did some work here.
So I think immediately after the earthquake, I think people have probably more appreciation for what they have, and maybe because of all the fact that Kathmandu took its time to get back up, and then it was hit by a blockade.
Yeah,
And the resilience of the people, it comes from the energy of the place as well.
exactly.
It comes from that mentality that's been passed down. And tabale banaste, why was this place chosen to be an energy center called a temple? Why does everybody from all around the world want to come to Pashupati or Swambhunath? It's incredible, and we don't have the scientific tools at the moment to measure this, but I think pseudoscience, what is written in the Vedas, has already explained it a long time ago.
Exactly.
This is going to turn into a philosophical podcast.
They're probably getting bored.
They're probably going to say, what are these people talking about? Did they take acid? What happened?
I know.
No, okay. We got lost there, but it's a very important thing, and people who get it will get it.
They get it. Definitely.
You talked about your first performance being in Switzerland back in '97. It's unheard of. It was,
I think it was 96 even.
God. Being groomed and having to interact with Westerners and learning about their culture, all these things, and you got into it at a young age.
Yeah.
How much of that overwhelmed you? Were you expecting? How was the first experience or the first few years of touring, and how was it for you?
First of all, I mean, I was मेरो कस्तो भयो भने it's first I was representing Nepal. I was very of course I was trained to be more traditionalist. बुझ्नु भयो कि भएन?
Yes.
बुझ्नु न तपाईलाई अब how you तपाईको अब
तौर तरिकाहरु चाहिँ
तौर तरिका कसरी सिकाउँछ नि हामीलाई देशभक्त हुने अब like you know
I know,
and it's what that's how you were trained. You're going to
you were representing Nepal.
Of course I'm and more one point of course it was I love my country and I love my culture. At one point I started to feel like it sounds a little egocentric. बुझ्नु भयो कि भएन?
Yeah.
And जस्तै अब भनौँ न अब when I got affiliated with Send for 80, same, I like, okay, I'm doing something amazing. I'm having great time. I'm it's all wonderful, but I'm missing that sound. I go back to the same place again. That sound is fading. The sound I'm looking for is fading. I'm getting lost. बुझ्नु भयो कि भएन?
Yes.
So that's what this is not right. Of course I want everybody in world to love my music. I would want them to have wonderful idea. But same time I felt like, again, don't lose the quality of invocation. Don't become a performer. It's not a performance. That always came to me. So for me, after a few years of traveling the world and seeing the West, especially I met the crowd. It was the yoga was just booming in America, right?
Right.
And I was the sound of my flute when I arrived. It became a sensation. And everybody, all the भनौँ न अलि योगा म्युजिक च्यानलहरुदेखि लिएर अलिकति भनौँ न alternative stationहरुमा sound, it became so popular के बुझ्नु भएन? So when I play, people is, oh great, this is it. And after a few years I was really able to put kind of recognition that this is the sound we want. Manose bajayeko bansuri, this is it.
That became the standard.
Exactly. So which is very fortunate which is I feel त्यसमा चाहिँ गर्मै लाग्छ किनभने त्यो sound चाहिँ I could establish all over the world.
And you did.
All over the world, and I could. It's beautiful. I could say that I could go anywhere in the world and I say I'm coming, and there is an invitation. बुझ्नु भएन त्यसमा अनि कसरी भयो भन्दैमा म त्यो again I would like to come back to that little boy again who is curious, whose heart was pulled by that sound, which is still
being pulled by that sound.
Exactly. बुझ्नु भयो कि भएन?
Yeah.
So for me, whatever I did, whatever highway I took, whatever path I take, my main goal is to be in that space and give that feeling of longing, of little hint to the younger generation, the younger musicians and people who wants to be a rock star. And it's really त्यो चाहिँ मेरो दायित्व जस्तो लाग्छ कि भन्नुभयो कि भएन? It's nothing wrong to be a pop star, nothing wrong to be a rock star, nothing. But you need to also understand what's behind all the scene.
There's a higher purpose.
Exactly.
There's a higher purpose to all of this.
And listen to, yes.
And I think that is best captured by Shastriya Sangeet, more than probably any genre of music. It's the Eastern classical music. No, it's not a rap against anyone else. It's a different mindset where the mind does not exist. Welcome back to The Rock Show with ASM. I am in conversation with Mr. Manose Singh. Sir, this has been, the hour has just flown by. It's just been, it's like we've always known each other.
Well, we do.
We do. We may have met before.
Yes.
We were chronicling Tapaiko a timeline, how you were inspired, your dedication to the flute, how it started, how you took this craft abroad and showcased your talent and our culture and heritage along with it abroad. Now, since leaving, going down different paths with 74 AD, it's been a good 10-12 years now, right?
Yes.
It's been. So what's been keeping you busy all these 10-12 years? You've been playing, you've been touring, you've been releasing, you've been all over the place. What stands out in this last decade for you?
What stands out last decades for me? Well, it's an interesting question. You're good. Well, I realized that I miss Nepal. That stands out. That's very important. I mean, of course, हाम्रो नेपाली दाजुभाइहरू सबैजना, I know this. They have, so many have to go to abroad and they work so hard. यस्तो मेहनती हुनुहुन्छ, यस्तो काम गर्नुहुन्छ, यस्तो कतिको कस्तो अवस्था छ हैन? I've seen that all, and I meet some of them on my travels. Sometimes I surprise them, and again, we are good people. We are very heart light till happy people. बुझ्नु भयो कि भएन? And we have a हाम्रो spiritual culture, हाम्रो background, हाम्रो भनौँ न हामी गुन्द्रुक खाएर सुकुलमा सुतेर हुर्किया मान्छे हो नि, बुझ्नु भएन? त्यो कहिले नबिर्सनुस्. Just never.
Do you see it fading away?
It can fade away. It can fade away. This is the world of a globalization, I know.
Yes.
Of course, I can talk right now, and people all over the world can listen.
Yes.
And पहिला एउटा phone call गर्नलाई, it will cost you lots of money.
25 rupees for one trunk call.
for
I remember.
Okay, it's a lot. So it has, but it's great that we can connect. But at the same time, it's also the perspective हट्यो के, बुझ्नु भयो कि भएन? तपाईले न्युयोर्कको स्टक ब्रोकरको लाइफस्टाइललाई नेपालमा ल्याएर अप्लाई गर्नुहुन्छ नि, it's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
It's not going to work. So that's the thing. काठमाडौँमा the latest model BMW चलाउनुहुन्छ, it doesn't fit. Okay? It's not against who is buying it. I'm not saying that they shouldn't buy it. Again, I just don't judge it. But it's somehow
doesn't mesh.
It's I understand if it's going in the Autobahn in Germany because there no speed limit, I know.
Yeah.
But
Where you gonna ride it?
Exactly. Yeah. So that's why also Kathmandu is amazing because you have everything here in a very extreme way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I hope our depth of eating gundruk and sleeping the sukul and loving your parents and being kind would never go away.
And I think all of us can be examples.
Exactly.
Every day.
Exactly. And yeah, that's my.
Well, it makes all the sense in the world.
Exactly. You know.
I know it makes all the sense to all the viewers and listeners as well. I'm sure.
Yes.
As we conclude today's interview, which is just flown by, where did it go? I learned.
This is a rock show, no?
This is the rock show.
Rock show. I just wanted to one experience I would tell
Please,
you my rock.
please.
So when I moved to US, even when I moved to US, I was about 6 months. I was already traveling.
Mm-hmm.
So my first experience with a rock. Legendary John Densmore from Doors.
Ooh.
I've worked with them.
Wow.
So what happened is when I moved there, I was playing in Los Angeles. A person just came to me and touched my feet. And I have no idea who was it. He says, Guru, 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 you know. I was like, who's this guy? And later I found out he's a drummer from the Doors.
Wow.
I don't know what happened when I played, remember it was in Culver City. In the space called Agape, and somehow that flute had touched his heart.
He felt something.
Exactly, and he and we became such a good friend, and we've done few shows together. So again, coming to the back same place. It doesn't matter who you are. भन्नुभयो तपाईको के स्ट्याटस छ तपाई कति पैसा कमाउनुहुन्छ कस्तो कार चढ्नुहुन्छ के कसको कुन चाहिँ पोलिटिशियनको तपाईको ब्याकअप छ डजन्ट म्याटर के इफ यु क्यान लिभ purely and clearly with open heart, that's the most big wealth you can earn. So don't be confused. There's lots of noise out there. I'm serious.
There is a lot of noise out there. I am grateful that you took out time to come talk to us. I know how jet lagged you are.
I am jet lagged.
I know you are headed to Australia.
Yes.
But by the time this airs, you're already in Australia.
Yes.
But thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
This has been a pleasure. Absolute pleasure. It was always a goal of mine to meet you once because you inspired me.
Thank you.
You really did. Thank you so much. The Rock Show on Radio Nagarik 96.5 from Mr. Manose Singh. This is ASM saying good night. See you guys later.